Okay, there we go. It's recording. Okay, so like I said, I'm so impressed with your ideas. And what I want to do is I want to show you some stuff that might help you like clarify like how you would go about putting some stuff together, that kind of thing. So I'm gonna do a screen share because I just put mine together this morning. I knew what I was gonna do. I just didn't get it out there, and it was actually good that I did it when I did because I went outside and I was able to. Oh, you're peeking. Wait, hold on. All right. Oh, hold on. I'm not at the beginning. All right. Okay, screwing up, screwing up. Okay. All right. So what I did was I did two of these, and um, I didn't. I like the way everybody's thinking, and I wanted to show you like some things like that I kind of came up with. So what I did was I decided that I wanted to use color outside, and I was trying to figure out a way to do that. I have all these like plastic liter soda bottles. So what I did was I filled them with water, and then I took some food coloring and I dropped it into the bottles. And then, oh, that should be before that. All right, so I filled them all up and then I put the food coloring in. And I did three different colors. Some of the bottles were different shapes, but actually, I thought you were going to be able to tell that, but you really can't the way I put it together. So this is just in the kitchen. So these are my progress shots, okay? So um, when you put this thing together, I want you to do that, okay? So, I want to see how you're going about doing this. All right, so what I did was I dug a little hole. They're not even like stuck in the ground that far. And I kind of varied the height of them, but I wanted them to be in the sun, like so you could see the light coming through the bottles. I'm away from the screen, so if you have any comments, go right ahead. All right, so you got to turn your mic on. So here's a top view, but you can't really even tell that they were different bottles. I really thought you were. I was thinking that I might arrange them differently, but I like the way this came out. So like honestly, time wise, this was a little bit more of a preparing kind of a thing. And some of you picked up on like that a lot of this is like trial and error. Some people wrote that in their notes and stuff on the artists. And I think that's true because I went outside to do this in a different way than it actually came out. And you know what? I think I'm going to leave it in the garden and I'm going to continue as I finish these bottles and like make it longer. Eventually, this will all have plants. But for now, I think I'm going to continue with this. I really like it. All right, so that was my first idea. Then my second idea, I took cardboard things and I was going to paint them. I know a lot of people are saying that they want to use paint and stuff like that. And then I looked at like I had three different things. I had blue, I had red, I had like these different colors. So I'm like, why am I going to paint them? I'll just use the colors that are there. So what I did was I just started in a Chihuly like type of way. I just cut them. I didn't even draw this. I just kind of cut different curves out of different boxes. And you can see what they were. This is crackers and that's the Cheerios. What? And I just arranged them on the ground. And actually, I don't know if you can really see these little purple flowers that are in our lawn. I specifically picked this area of our lawn because I wanted those to show up. And I just kind of started arranging these uh, pieces on the grass and, thought about they're not attached in any way, they're just laying there. And, um, I tried to think about my composition with my color and the different heights. And then in the center, let me go back. I want to show you that. I don't know if you can see the beginning, but see, there's like a hole there and that white thing. So I didn't like that. So I went back and I just cut up some more smaller pieces and I just kind of covered that up so it kind of came together a little bit more. And here's the finished piece on the ground. And I'm really kind of excited about these. Um, so let me get out of here and I'll come back to you guys. Where am I? Okay. All right. Anybody else come on? Hey, AJ. All right, so I'm going to stop the screen share, okay? And I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about materials. So, like, a lot of you are thinking about using things that you find outside, which is phenomenal if you can do that. If you can't find things outside, think about recreating, like a lot of people are saying, like they want to use rocks. Now, you might have a large area where you can do that, where you can find that kind of stuff. But if you find that you can't, you know, don't take for granted that you can't cut up like something like I had and use like kind of circular pieces of something else that you have that you could arrange in the same kind of way. Um, Look, I'm trying to think about anything else. Oh, who somebody had the two trees. Who was that? Who had the two trees with the? Was that you guys? Yeah. Was it Sam? Nobody's answering me. All right. Well, someone had a picture of two trees that were like close together, and they were going. Yeah, that is Sam, right? Okay, I thought so. And she had this sketch of like taking sticks and putting them in between the trees. So that's kind of a cool thing too. Like you're using a space that's specific that you have already. Um, and if you're thinking that going outside and actually creating this on the ground is like overwhelming to you, and you think like I just can't function like that, this giant, it doesn't have to be giant. You could make a tabletop kind of model. You could make like a basket out of weaving things together on the table. I had somebody in the other class that was going to use pencils in place of sticks and stack them and attach them together. I thought that was a really creative idea of, using the method that uh, one of the artists used, but taking a material that they had in the house. Okay. Um, Somebody else had something like Chihuli's kind of uh, like round kind of pieces. She's going to use paper plates. Brilliant idea. Brilliant idea. Okay. So, you know, you have to think about what you have on hand. So, materials are going to be, it's just going to vary. Like some people aren't going to be able to collect, 50 stones or whatever. Um, but if you want to do that and you have the ability to do that, go right ahead. All right. So, what kind of questions do you guys have from me? Like, let's talk for a couple minutes. I'm still taping this in case anybody wants to hear it. So, what kind of questions do you have about? I'm going to give you a whole plan as well. I'm going to write it out of what I want you to do, and that kind of thing with your idea. Um, oh, don't even worry about that now. It's not due for like a good week at least. But because you dropped tomorrow, some of you have such great ideas. I wanted to make sure that you had the weekend in case you felt like you were going to be outside and you wanted to play around with your stuff. So, I'm talking to you guys today, and then the other classes tomorrow. So, do you guys have any questions about this? It seems like you're really getting it, and you really are going to be able to put it together well. But like I said, if you feel like this is a little overwhelming being outside, then make it a smaller scale. It doesn't have to be huge. I mean, I cut up cardboard and they didn't really take me that long the way I was doing that. Um, but so, and if I think you need to think about if you're having trouble finding the materials you originally wanted to use, then you have to substitute with something that you already have, such as say you wanted to use sticks outside or stack something up and you really didn't have a ton of those, you know, nothing's to say you can't take a cardboard box and just cut thin strips and use that in the way. Maybe you thought you could make it a large scale and you end up not having enough materials. Go smaller. Doesn't matter. Okay. Um, but I think that your ideas are phenomenal and I'm really excited to see what you're going to do. Any comments for the good of the order?
I like it.
You
That's
like it,
good.
AJ? I think yours was
Yeah.
great too. I didn't get to tell you. I did look at it. Fantastic.
Yeah, my sister. Yeah, my sister told me you graded it already.
I did. I
It was
went
very
in. I
the,
peeked
the
last
drawing
night.
was yeah the drawing was a little difficult for me, but I did it.
You did a great job, and I love the house
Thank
idea
you.
in the front. So
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
All right. Okay, so
Yep.
listen. I'm not going to keep you guys if you don't have anything to ask me. I just wanted to go through that with you and show you. You have any comments on mine or anything? Feel free. But I just wanted to touch base. So what I'm going to do is I will write up just like I've been doing. I'm going to give you a document. Next class, you'll have that in there of how you're going to present it. It's going to be the same format. You know, you now you have these ideas. Um, if you don't, hopefully what I showed you might strike something that you could kind of come up with. Again, take influence. Uh, try not to copy, right? And come up with your own idea, and you're going to put it together in a presentation because that's really the only way that we can do this and document it. And you know what? The one that I did with the cardboard, that's probably going to be gone today. Like after that, that's it. Like if I leave it out there, it's just going to blow away. So, that documenting of how you put it together is important because that's really going to show what you did. So don't forget to take those progress pictures, even if it seems silly, like I took a picture of the cardboard boxes I started with, but you need to show that. So I will write all that up for you. Do not stress about the due date. How long do you guys think you are going to need for this? Like you tell me, is all next week enough and then have it due like after next weekend? Is that enough time? Because I think I know that you have other things that are going on. So if I made it okay. All right. So if I made it, I gave you all next week to work, and then I'm going to just be available for you to touch base with, and then we'll make it due after next weekend. And then you have 2 full weekends if you need to work on it, that kind of thing. Is that good?
Yeah, Miss Luke.
Yes, AJ.
That's how I got into Rotax.
You did?
Next year, next
Congratulations.
year. Thank you.
That's
I'm gonna see you all
fantastic.
the time now.
Good for you, AJ. I actually
Yeah,
have to tell you that I emailed Mr. Fallon your presentation
yeah.
because I thought it was so great.
I thought Miss Collins told all my teachers, but
Yeah.
like you're the first well not like afternoon teacher I haven't.
Oh,
I've been
okay.
telling Miss Morgan. Who else I didn't tell you?
That's great.
Yeah, Miss Morgan.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good for you.
I didn't tell Mr. Sims yet, but I think he knows. I think all the teachers know.
That's great. I'm
There's
happy
no
for you.
bummer.
Very
My
proud of
senior's
you this
over.
year, AJ.
I got a review in and I can do it because Miss Monica said I can do the senior activity next year
Oh, good,
because I missed
good.
all my senior activities, but like senior picnic, all that stuff, like all the fun stuff.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, can't
All right.
wait for next year.
All right. So I'm gonna
Everyone's gone. I'm the only senior left.
that's okay. I'm gonna stop the
It's a
recording.
bummer.
Hold on a sec.
Okay.